how to improve your credit score, an introduction. But firstly, my name's Dan and I'm a CeMAP qualified mortgage and protection advisor. This video is purely for educational purposes only and should not be seen as advice or a recommendation to act. With that out of the way, on with the video. I want to cover this subject as it is something I often get asked about. Towards the end of the video, I will let you know how to improve your credit score. I've put a link in the description to the timestamp to this part of the video. But first, I want to answer a few questions I get asked often, such as what is a credit score? How do you check your credit score? And what is a good credit score? Firstly, what is a credit score? Your credit score is created from the information held in your credit report, also known as your credit file. It helps lenders decide whether or not they'll lend to you, and if so, how much you can borrow, and also at what interest rate. This is because lenders believe they might be taking a higher risk when lending to people with a lower score. The more recent information recorded on your credit profile, the more impact it can have on the lender's decision, as this is a better picture of what you're currently like with handling finances. I strongly recommend you review your credit report as often as you can, as it helps you quickly flag any fraudulent activities or mistakes on it, rather than finding this out when it's too late and you need to make an application. So how do you check your credit score? There are multiple credit reference agencies out there. The main ones are Equifax, Experian, TransUnion and Crediva. They all hold information on you which lenders use. Even small errors can cause problems, so it's important for you to check your credit report. As I've already mentioned, it is best practice to regularly check your credit profile to make sure no errors have occurred. If you sign up to Check My File using the link in the description, you will be able to check your credit score and history on Equifax, Experian, TransUnion and Crediva, all with the one login. This is important because not all lenders use the same credit report, so you need to check you can see everything they'll be able to see before applying, as different lenders accept different levels of credit scores and credit history. Towards the end of this video, I will provide more information on Check My File. So what is a good credit score? This is a bit of an open-ended question, as different agencies have different definitions of what a good score is. At time of recording, with Equifax, a score of 420 or above is classed as good. Experian is 880 or above, and TransUnion is 781 and above. But please be aware that a lender's decision is not made solely on the score. They have their own scoring system as well. So how can you improve on your credit score? If you have a low credit rating, there are several things you can do to improve it. Firstly, make sure you're registered on the electoral roll, which can be done via the government's website. Check for mistakes on your credit profile. This one is quite common. Something as simple as having the wrong address can affect your score. I've also seen instances where companies have wrongly registered missed or late payments, so check those too. Pay your bills on time. This one may be obvious, but you need to demonstrate to the lender you're responsible with your finances. People often take credit cards out off the back of the advice from others, but fall into the trap of not paying the balance off in full. If you're going to do this, only place a small, affordable amount on the card and make sure you clear it the same day. This way you can't forget and it can't affect your credit further. Check if you're linked to another person. Having a spouse, a friend or a family member's credit rating linked to yours for a joint account could affect your personal rating if they have a poor score. Also check for fraudulent activity. As mentioned earlier, late or missed payments have been known to be recorded against people's credit profiles. It is also more common than we'd like to see where fraudulent activity has taken place and debt has been recorded in an innocent person's name. Avoid moving home a lot. Lenders feel more comfortable if they've seen that you've lived at one address for a considerable amount of time. And last but not least, keep your credit utilisation low. Your credit utilisation is how much available credit you use. For example, if you have a credit limit of £2,000 and you've used £1,000, then your credit utilisation is 50%, so you're using half of your credit limit. Usually, using less of your available credit will be seen positively by lenders, and it will also increase your credit score. What information is held on a credit report? Each agency holds slightly different information about you, so it's worth checking them all to gain a more accurate breakdown of the information that they actually hold on you. Typically, they all hold your name, your date of birth, address, and if you're registered on the electoral roll, and whether any credit searches have been carried out against you, and any other financial links to other people, and details of late payments, missed payments, defaults and county court judgments. Earlier on I mentioned signing up to Check My File. This is because it's a very helpful utility at your fingertips. There is one sign-up process and they cover all four of the credit search companies I mentioned earlier. they also have a 30-day free trial. There are other websites that will be free for life, but they often don't provide all of the relevant information which is required to make a successful mortgage application. Check My File is free for 30 days, but if you wish to keep viewing your credit report after the 30 days, so you can keep an eye on your credit score and history, there is a monthly subscription cost of £14.99. To avoid this, you could sign up to each of the credit reference agencies separately and utilise their 30-day free trials. If you did continue to use Check My File after the 30 days, then I will receive a £12 referral fee. Remember, your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up with the repayments on your mortgage. I've hopefully provided you with all the information you visited this video for. If you do have any questions, please put a comment below and look out for a video on how to read your credit report. For my first time buyer guide, watch this video. And to find out how parents can help you get on the property ladder, watch this video. If you find this information helpful, subscribe and then you'll know when I've provided new content. See you next week.